Us now from Andy's Angels and Andy's Place, Mike Hirst and James Allen. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going this morning?
Yeah,
It's
great.
going
Nice
good.
to see you. Mike, the founder of Andy's Angels and the person behind Andy's Place. And James, I understand you're actually a resident at Andy's Place.
That's correct.
How do you like it?
I love it. Very, very tight-knit community. A lot of support.
How long have you been a resident?
Since middle of November.
So talk a little bit about maybe your path and how you got to Andy's, and then what life's been like once you got to Andy's Place, James.
So about 2 years ago, I had a couple of beers, got my third DUI, went to jail for 4 months, got out of jail. I lost everything being in jail. So I was staying with a family member, and at that family member's house was another family member who was a severe alcoholic. So I was part of treatment court, and the case manager and my probation officer were not real fond of the place that I was living. So they had recommended Andy's Place, and I wasn't real too sure about it in the beginning.
Yeah.
But then just the path that I'm on now, it led us there, my wife and my son. And ever since we've been there, I mean, I've talked often about the day that we signed our lease and were given the keys to our apartment, the sense of peace that I acquired. And I've never experienced anything like it. Like I just felt safe. And like I didn't have a lot of troubles to worry about. The stress was kind of removed, so I could focus on myself and my family. And the next step in life.
Had you even heard of Andy's Place before?
I had. There were some required meetings that I was required to attend due to treatment court, but I really wasn't familiar with what it was or any of the dynamics of it, or the ideas behind it, or any of that. But I'm very hands-on, very, very curious person. So it did not take me long to start seeing Mike's vision, and now I am all about anything I can do to support it, because it's a miraculous place to be.
Mike, what James said about when he got that key to that apartment is that something that you could have only imagined when you put the shovel in the ground?
That's what you're hoping for, but you never know how it's going to go. But really, so much support from the community has really made that happen. One person's not going to change the world, but I tell you what, a whole community coming together and supporting people like James and everybody else that lives over there. It's just amazing for them. They didn't know anybody gave a damn about somebody who had a substance abuse issue.
Yeah.
James, because you're in a setting where there are others in recovery, how does having neighbors in recovery, how does that contribute to the success of your recovery?
So, again, I've become very involved in the community, and it's for me, it's essentially a safety net. Like, I've got people that look at me as a role model. So if I were to slip and relapse, it's no longer just I'm letting myself down and my family down. Now I've got this entire community that's kind of looking at me, that's like, hey, But on the other side of that coin, if I were to slip, there's so many people that are there that care about one another. They're gonna be there to pick me back up, and I know that, and that's really reassuring.
Wow, very wise, both ends of that statement. So we have a chance to help raise some funds and get our cars cleaned. When's that coming up? I'm coming to this.
So there's 5 dates over the summer.
Okay.
May 20th, June 3rd, June 17th, July 15th, July 29th. It will be from 2 to 6 at Andy's Place.
So you guys, and the money is going to go to a summer camping trip. Tell us about this summer camping trip.
I think this is a great deal.
Yeah.
Usually Andy's Angels, the foundation, pays to have them go somewhere.
Yeah.
Like to have them do something. This year they came and says, "Hey, we want to do the work. We want to raise the money and pay for our own way."
Pretty good.
That tells you something
Yeah.
about what's going on over there right now.
Yeah.
They're looking to be contributors to society, just like they always dreamed and wanted to be. And for them to do the work and put this together on their own, I have zero to do with this other than
You'll get your car washed.
I'm getting my car washed. This is all about them. This is all for them, and this is all about them.
James, you'll be out there doing some work?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
So the idea behind this actually, originally it was just going to be a small little camping trip, and then somebody had suggested, because Midland County is getting ready to break ground on Andy's Place 2. So I got with Pier 360 out of Midland County, and we are now taking Andy's Place residents and Jackson County recovery people, and the idea is to go up there and show support for Andy's Place 2.
Yeah.
It's going to be good stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like like some of the people in Midland were nervous about Andy's Place too. So this could be reinforcing the value of what that will be for their community.
Absolutely.
How's your wife and your child? How does that improve their life by being part of Andy's Place?
They get to see a sober dad.
They've got a better husband and father, right?
They've got and my wife, it goes right back to the reduction of stress. She's not stressed out. She's been able to go back to college and start working a brighter path for herself. She's also involved in some women's support groups and stuff that happen at Andy's Place, because recovery is not just for alcoholics and drug addiction. I mean, my wife is recovering from some of the stuff that we've been through in the years that we've been together.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, like I was just talking to Mike about, recovery is not linear. It's not just about alcoholism and drugs. Recovery is everywhere.
Yeah.
In this little project, it goes back to what I always talk about a lot. When I ask somebody, how's it going? They say, well, I've been sober for 6 months. Well, that's great, but that's not what I asked. I want to know about recovery.
Yeah.
Sobriety is one thing, and recovery is another thing. It's great that you're sober right now. Now let's keep moving up the ladder. Let's get back to where you want to be in life. And so I push that a lot, and little projects like this that they came up with on their own, I think that's fantastic.
What, 2 to 6, perfect. 2 to 6 on the 4 dates. May 20th is the coming up, and these are all Saturdays, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
You'll be able to, this could be your birthday present.
This could be
Get
my.
in your car.
I could. Would you take my car to go get it washed?
I'll give you the money.
Well, give me 30 because I'd like to leave a nice tip. That 20 is just for the car, but of course donations open as well if you want to go above and beyond.
Absolutely. We hope a lot of people come out and take part in this and get to meet some of the people there and find out. Hey, just like anybody else, there's nothing strange about somebody because they got a substance abuse issue.
No.
They're just like you and I.
Yep.
And they're working to get back to be contributors to society, and I support that effort 100%.
We certainly do as well.
Sounds like for James, this obviously life changing, but maybe also life-saving for you to be part of Andy's Place.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Well, as Mike just kind of hit on, when I first started treatment court and stuff, it was about being sober, about not drinking. But then I moved into Andy's Place, and I'm like, wait a minute, my quality of life can just skyrocket being here. Like, it's not about me. This is about a community, being with folks that are like-minded, that are going through the same struggles. So yeah, quality of life is big right now.
Yeah, people out there, there's people we don't know that are struggling. What's your advice to them if you just had if you just had a message to someone that is struggling?
Don't be afraid to ask for help. Because help is literally everywhere. And I think that was one of the hardest things for me. And I didn't really have a choice because I was part of treatment court, so they forced me to get the help. But I mean, before that DUI, I never would have reached out to anybody or anything I was too proud, right? I mean,
Right.
Well, I hope you have a successful set of fundraisers and as a result, a great camping trip this summer. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks for sharing your story, James.
yeah, of course.
Appreciate it. Mike, always great to see you.
Great to see you guys. Appreciate being on here and getting to spread the message out there that some great people out there that just need a little bit of help.
James Allen and Mike Hirst. More of the morning show after this.